Shalom, shalom, akiyam. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Quedash. I would also like to give a double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. I would also like to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, starting with the 144,000 men of Israel, which consists of the servants, the prophets, whom have been ordained since the foundations of this earth to sing this new song, which comes in the form of this gospel, which would be preached throughout all four corners of this earth and rest upon the ears of the innumerable multitude, men, women, and children of Israel, who may be scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. It's just Bayan back again through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I just want to get into a very brief lesson, speaking on the breaking news, regarding Ukraine shooting those missiles that were supplied by the West into Russia, man, into the interior parts of Russia. This is breaking news. And yeah, man, we're coming into the time where Babylon the Great, aka America, is going to come under attack, man. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is already visiting this place. And he's showing his power. Okay, having these people in disarray. Okay, you have the population of these Babylonians, completely confused. Okay, in a position where they think that we're going to find peace and safety. Okay, through Trump's victory via this past presidential election. Just to be sideswiped, man, by the moves that Biden made regarding supplying Ukraine with these missiles, man. You see, so listen, we there. World War III is right around the corner, but we understand two major prophecies must take place first. Okay, Jacob's trouble and the implementation of the MOTB. Okay, the mark of the beast pursuing the Revelations 13 and 16. These two prophecies must come to pass, okay, before the missiles fly, man. Okay, but we are measuring the times diligently, man. And we're warning you, Jake, of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Those war drums are beating. You see? And we almost there. Let's start right here through the spirit. I got a clip I want to show you brothers too. A quick video I want to show you brothers and sisters real quick. But let's start right here through the spirit. Let's get a couple of precepts real quick. The book of Joel, chapter 2. In verse 1, and it reads, blow ye the trumpet in Zion. Okay, Zion going into what? To Zion in the Hebrew, man. We always go into this. It goes into monument, memorial, or a parched place. It's another name for Jerusalem, okay, which is us so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, a people before it's a place. Right, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain, man. Right, so you Jakes are being warned, man. You're being warned. But only the 1/3 is going to listen. And we understand that, man. Enough is to fulfill biblical prophecy. 2/3 of you must be negligent. Okay? Disobedient and disregard the report. Just so you can get caught up in the prophecy, man. Right? Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble. For the day of the Lord Yahweh cometh. For it is nigh at hand. And you see in the title of this article we're going to read very briefly. On Zero Hedge. It says, is Biden trying to start World War III before he leaves? Listen, Biden has nothing to do, okay, with the manifestation of the third world's woe. This is prophesied that this would happen, man. Revelations 11. Let me get this real quick. Let's go. Revelations 11. In verse 14, and it reads, the second woe is past. What's woe mean? Destruction, man. This is talking about the second world war. Okay, it's past. Right? And behold, look, the third woe cometh quickly, man. You see, and who's going to be the reason for this third world's woe? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. He's gathering the nations, man. You see? So he can rest upon them his indignation. You see, the masses don't realize. You individuals that call yourself Christians, and you think you believe in the God of the Bible and his only begotten Son, you ignorantly call God in Jesus Christ, you fail to understand, know, or remember, if you did know, that Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, is a man of war. You don't know that? Let's go get it and remind you. The book of Exodus chapter 15 and verse 3, and it reads, the Lord Yahweh is a man of war. The Lord is his name, man. Yahweh is his name. Yah meaning he, Hawa means he exists, man. He's omnipotent. He's everywhere at once. His incorruptible spirit is in all things. Wisdom of Solomon 12:1. Wrap your mind around that. Okay, and he's the one bringing this third world's woe, man. He's behind this, man. See these weapons that were created? Okay, these intercontinental ballistic missiles, they're the weapons of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's indignation. These are his weapons. You see? And he's going to use them. Let's go here real quick.
This is Dabu 7. We have a series of events here unfolding, one over America that remains a mystery. These drones, 5 drones flying over New Jersey near a military base installation and was tracked by a Black Hawk helicopter. Then we have Ukraine going ahead and launching these missiles that were supplied by the United States right after Biden said, go ahead, start World War III. They've launched them. And they've hit a base that stores a lot of different ammunitions. Some of these were shot down. One was damaged. There's no fatalities reported. But you can see here on this map just how far they can reach into Russia. They can't quite hit Moscow with these weapons, but they can hit forward bases and other bases in the area. So this is an escalation that keeps going back and forth. Russia just launched missiles and drones on Ukraine, put a lot of the country in the dark. Now, all of a sudden, Ukraine firing back with these Western missiles that Russia said in response they can use nukes. They just changed their nuclear doctrine, and they said that if this happens, they can respond with nukes. So at any moment, anything can go down. You can feel it in the air. And I think that America would be crazy to think that they're not going to get touched in all this. There's going to be blowback, and it's probably going to be severe. What are these drones flying over the country all of a sudden? They're not shooting them down. They're not saying anything else about them. Although they were tracking them, they had to see where they went. But they did not release any of that information. It's reminiscent of when the mystery balloons were floating over the country and they did not shoot them down. And then later they admitted, oh, they're connected to China. And those two were going over military installations. So this is something to watch and to pay attention to here as things are unfolding here on the world stage. And as Biden has got 2 months on the clock now to strike up World War III with his actions. That is the latest. Join me on the live streams Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, where I'm talking about this and a whole lot more. I'll leave you guys here with a shot of one of these drones in the sky that passed over the region. This has been Dabu 7. Much love and eyes to the skies.
Yeah, so much for that party like it's 1999 spirit. After Trump took this presidential election victory, so much for that. Okay, so now war is brewing, man. Like it's always been brewing, even prior to this. Tensions have been high, man. The scriptures speak about the rumors of war. There will be rumors 1 year, and then another rumor, and then ruler against ruler, man. Ultimately, it's gonna manifest and spill over, because this is what has to happen in efforts for Yahweh Shai to return. You see? This is biblical prophecy. Let's go here. The book of 2nd Esdras. And this is why we welcome it with open arms. Because we understand this is part of biblical prophecy, man. The third woe must come to pass, man. All hell must break loose in efforts for the king to come. That's how the movie plays out. See, we know the script. You mere mortals don't. That's why you're hoping for the best of this place and you're hoping it doesn't happen. It's gonna happen. The Lord didn't bring forth those intercontinental ballistic missiles in vain. Okay? There's the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 13 and verse 29 and it reads, behold, which means look, the days come, prophecy. Okay, look, when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth, and that's the elect. Okay, that's going to get delivered. Check this out. And he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth. And one shall undertake to fight against another. One city against another. One place against another. And let's not forget what's going on over there in Ohio. Okay? You got those agents walking around with Nazi flags talking about N-word this and N-word that. Okay, this is the powers that be's plan in efforts to stir up the spirits of the people so civil unrest can spill over. Guess what? Civil unrest is part of biblical prophecy. It's all written in the text. This is how we know we're there. Those of us that the Lord's given the spiritual eye salve to, the Wadi Hawabashim Yahushai for that, we know we're there based off the temperature on the planet. The turmoil. Okay, the tension, we there. There's no way around it, man. There's no way around it. We are there, man. Yahweh Shai is close. Look it. And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. Ultimately, it's going to spill over into a third world war, okay? And Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai's realm is going to enter this one. Okay, and that's where you get that war in heaven. You can read about in Revelations. That's not Satan falling from heaven and angels coming with him, and he has this dwelling under the earth where it's fire and burns forever. That's where you go if you are evil, and that's why he's like, no, man. That war in heaven is going to consist of Michael and his angels against the beast, evil E. Right? And his angels, man, that's the spirit the phone chimed in. You see? Evil E and his angels, man. That's what the war in heaven looks like. And here it is with all this going on. And you got Vocab Malone playing around, still trying to make the scriptures seem like they mean something else so it can make it seem like Gentiles can be saved. While all this prophecy is going on. You got this niggas like Vocab Malone, and you got other niggas debating. Men that are supposed to be leaders of Israel, debating, playing around, wasting time. With all this prophecy coming to the front door, they're not warning, and you got Jake not warning our people. The hell with Vocab Malone. He's gonna be a loser until the end of this thing, you know. But you got men that say they're leaders of Israel that are out here debating, playing around, wasting time with niggas like God Logic, a nigga that's gonna get caught up in hellfire, man, in the form of the missiles. Why are you wasting time with that man? We're supposed to be warning our people and preparing them for the battle. Warning them of what's coming. Bringing forth these prophecies, man, showing them the light. Not leaving them drunk in the mist, okay, with all this debating and entertainment. But hey, I digress. Their blood's going to be on your hands, man. You men out there playing around with this information that you've been given. Okay, and not utilizing it and using it the way Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has ordained you to. There's going to be a penalty for that. Don't you realize that? You men sitting on your talent, playing around, wasting time, pushing lessons off, only going to camp thinking that's going to get you home. No, man. The Lord left us the internet, phones, tablets, laptops. Why? To push this word throughout all four corners of this earth. That's why. We're supposed to be exhausting the resources that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has left at our disposal. You don't want to be found lacking, man. In that day, you don't want to be found lacking. Because you know how the Lord feels about a slothful servant, man. You're going to get cast down into outer darkness. You're going to be beaten with many stripes. And you're going to get caught up in these scourges and calamities that the Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is bringing, man. You're going to get caught up in it. because you didn't give your due diligence. But I digress. That was the spirit. Salakia. Let me continue on. The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13 and verse 32. And the time shall be when these things shall come to pass, and the sign shall happen, which I showed thee before, and then shall my son be declared, whom thou sawest as a man ascending, man. So all this is the build up to the return of our Messiah, Yahweh Shai. This is why we want this to happen so bad. Because we understand we're that much closer. When all hell breaks loose, Jacob's trouble, we're that much closer to the Lord coming back. When the MOTB gets implemented, we're that much closer to the Lord, to our Lord coming back. When them air horns, those sirens go off, okay? When there's gonna be a nuclear strike in the area near you, okay, and them horns go off in your city, or your town, or your county, okay? We know Yahweh Shai is on the way. This is why we so desperately want this to happen, man. And this is why we pay attention and watch out and measure that day through prophecy. You see, we're getting that much closer, man. All right, and it's only a matter of time. Let's get a couple more. We'll close out. I'm still at the plantation, Salakia. The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, and verse 3, and it reads, for the vision, which is what? The prophecy. The vision goes into the prophecies, man. Okay, the oracles, right? For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Prophecy is going to confound the world. And the only ones that are not going to be confounded are the men, women, and children that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua had been dealing with, that had been foreordained to believe the report and to walk a righteous path to the best of their ability, because they knew, they believed, and they understood that prophecy was going to play out. Let's close out right here. The book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5, and verse 1, and it reads, but of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. Right, and like it tells us in Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. There's a time for everything, man, on the earth. All right? There's a time for peace and there's a time for war. And that's the time we're in. That's the season we're in. We're in the season of war, and there's no way we can get around that. Kal ayam la Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, 441. The time right now is 441. Kal ayam la Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Hey, there's no way we can get around that, man. It's obvious, it's plain that we are in the time of war. We're in the season of war. And if you can't see that, I don't know what to say to you. You know, you're just, hey, that Babylon Jew still got you stumbling. If you can't see that we're in the time of war, you're not on the same planet as everybody else. Anyways, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For those that are not paying attention, you see, but we're paying close attention. Why? Because we're watching out for prophecy. Prophecy is how you know where you are in time. The Bible being the measuring stick, man. We know where we are in time, and we know Yahweh Shai is close. And you mere mortals are gonna be caught. Are gonna be beside yourselves, man. Okay, when this entity, okay, that a lot of you don't believe exists, pops up on the planet. Let's continue on. 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. There's going to be nowhere to run, and there's going to be nowhere to hide, man. And this is a reality, man. Let me get some of this article. I almost forgot. But we must be allowed to get some of this from the words from the beloved elder. Bear with me. The elder Hawad, beloved elder Hawad. We must be allowed to get some of this some of this article. And that's why we need new bodies, man. Our memories are shit. Can never get enough sleep. Still in captivity under this damn demon evil E. Breathing in polluted air, drinking contaminated water, eating GMOs. We got to get the hell out of here, man. Let's get some of this article. This is from Zero Hedge. As we read earlier, the title reads, so Biden trying to stop World War... So like it says, is Biden trying to stop World War III before he leaves? And we just proved that what? Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is behind the World War III. All right? Pressure point. It ain't nothing to do with Biden. He's being used as a device to bring it forth. That's about it. Look, 10 millions of Americans breathed a sigh of relief when President Donald J. Trump defeated VP Vice President Kamala Harris, rightfully believing that the peace and global stability of Trump's first term would return. yeah, peace. That's what they're hoping for, peace. Hey, there's no peace to the wicked, as it's written. Okay? Look, it appears, however, that President Joe Biden is hell-bent on doing everything he can to push us to the brink of World War III before he leaves office, green-lighting a dangerous plan to allow Ukraine to strike Russia with long-range missiles, and they already used them. Breaking news, they used them. Okay? They've used them. And as we know, as was said in the video from Dabu 7, Russia has recently changed their doctrine concerning the whole ICB and missile situation to where they're now obligated to use their weapons of mass destruction. So let's see how this turns out. Let's get a little bit more. Let's get this. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky has issued a fresh threat to Russia, emboldened by the Biden regime's reckless decision to permit Ukraine to carry out long-range missile strikes deep inside Russian territory. The Gateway pundit reported on Sunday that Biden would allow Ukraine to use a powerful American long-range weapon for strikes inside Russia, supposedly in response to North Korea's recent aid to Russia in the form of thousands of troops. Russia's President Vladimir Putin has already made it crystal clear that Russian is willing to use nuclear weapons in the event that long-range missiles are used to strike targets inside Russia. You see? So come on, man. It's about to spill over. But again, we understand that Jacob's trouble and the implementation of the MOTB must come forth. Okay, before the third woe manifests. Okay, the lights are gonna go out over here in Babylon. The grid's gonna go down. Okay, the enemies of Babylon are gonna start tapping into these fiber optic cables. You niggas gonna be left in the dock. Yeah, we're gonna be in the dock with you, but the difference between you and us is, Lord willing, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is gonna be dealing. You see, that's when divine intervention is gonna kick in, man. When mercy becomes seasonable in a time of affliction. But that's the type of access you people are not gonna have. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that refuse to repent and get right with your power, you're not gonna have that access. You're gonna be left in the dock with the rest of them, man. Hopeless, man. No angels are gonna be coming to minister unto you, man. See, the whole four elect are gonna have angels ministering unto them, one way, shape, form, or another. Kahalayim la Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You see, so Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is working his work, man. And at the end of the day, he's working on the minds of these leaders, man, of these kings of the earth. No one's doing and operating under their own accord. This is Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's movie. You see? This is his movie. Matter of fact, let me leave you with a couple more. Let's get this. See, people thought it was going to be going back to peace and safety after Trump's win. No, man. This is not that type of party. Let's go ahead. The book of Lamentations, chapter 3, and verse 37, and it reads, Who is he that saith, and it cometh to pass, when the Lord commanded it not? The Lord didn't command peace and safety. The Lord didn't say that it was gonna be. The Lord didn't say Babylon's gonna end peacefully. No, man. The scriptures, Revelation 18 says, through violence, man. Through violence shall that great city Babylon be taken down, man. You see? So the prophecy tells us, okay, that the 10 horns are gonna burn this hole with fire, man. This is the Lord's will, man. And guess what? In order for that to issue forth, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is going to put it on the spirit of these kings to do it. Let's prove it. We'll close out right here. There's the book of Proverbs, chapter 21. And verse 1, and it reads, the king's heart, right? The king's mind. That word heart in the Hebrew is lab, which is your mind. Is in the hand of the Lord Yahweh. And when something's in your hand, you have control over its destiny, man. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So guess what? At the end of the day, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is in full control of what's taking off in planet Earth. Okay? What's going on this planet, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is in full control of it. And guess what? That's the power we serve. Okay? And us as the men of the Lord, Abaratas are with those men, that's the authority that we come in. We come in the authority of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. Hey, so guess what, Jake? Whether you hear or forbear, man, repent. All hell's about to break loose. Okay, great tribulations at the door. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. Lord willing, you Akiyam and Akwaf will edify. Shalom.